So we are really in this interesting position of your mind being in control over your body. That is just the setup. So your mind has, you could say, colonized the body, right? So your mind is the colonizer. What do I mean by that? Well, how many of you have some kind of pain in your body? That is probably undigested emotion that got stuck in your shadow. Your body is your shadow. And so who couldn't digest this emotion? The mind. So whatever your mind can't handle, your body has to handle for it. And this is very easy to see. Your mind can't handle X, Y, Z. Your body has to take the drug, eat the substance, stay up all night, or sleep too much, or have metabolic disorders because the mind can't handle the present moment and the body has to deal with the consequences. The body is like the cleanup crew. So if you've been overeating junk food for 20 years, who pays the price, your mind or your body? So your mind does the action and your body pays the price. This is the definition of evil. So to me, one definition of evil is short-term gain and long-term cost paid by someone else. Short-term gain, long-term cost paid by someone else. This is one of my definitions of evil. So, a corporation dumping things, right? Short-term gain, long-term cost paid by someone else. If you're like the second in command of some sort of like organized crime and you betray your leader that you have a 20-year relationship with in order to get a little bit of money and gain something somewhere else, that is a different kind of this, you could say. So your mind being addicted to the junk food for 20 years, short-term gain, long-term cost paid by someone else, and someone else is the body. And you can see this when countries colonize other countries, right? So your mind is in charge for whatever reason. This is just the setup, and your body is at the mercy of the mind. So in that way, your mind is in the masculine and your body's in the feminine. The feminine cannot defend her own boundaries. She needs the masculine to defend her boundaries for her. What this means is the feminine needs to know what her boundaries are. She needs to know what her value is because value determines boundaries. So if the feminine's like, I don't know what my value is, therefore I don't know what my boundaries are, then the masculine can like violate, and the feminine is confused and doesn't know what's going on, and she can't tell, is this in my boundaries? Is this not in my boundaries? She doesn't know. So even if the feminine can't defend her own boundaries herself, she requires masculine to do that for her, to serve her in that kind of way. She still needs to know what her boundaries are, and that means knowing what your value is. So if you're not in touch with your body, if you don't value the experience of your body, then you're not being trustworthy, and you're obviously not going to defend your body's boundaries. So in order for you to be and not do, in order for you to surrender, in order for you to be in your intuition, in order for you to trust yourself, and this is the biggest thing, to be able to be present in this moment and not bulldozer over it with a thought or anything your mind wants to do. Just hold the present moment, defend it with your life. Then your body's experience needs to be primary for you. You have to think of it as value. You have to think of, if you don't want to eat junk food anymore, you have to think of your body's health as having more value than the immediate gratification of psychological gratification of whatever that junk food gave to you. So feeling that the feminine's experience is important, it sounds so simple, but this is the crux of the matter. Feeling that the feminine's experience is important is what will allow you to trust yourself. If you think your intuition isn't important and work is more important, if you think rest isn't important, but productivity is more important, if you think feeling your feelings isn't important, but your achievements are more important, or money is more important, right? If it feels like, let's say you're at a job that you don't really, really like, but it pays you a lot. So your feelings are important, but the money is important. These kinds of things are a setup for the mind to colonize and rape the body in a really, really terrible way. So it's just kind of like a colonizing country. Do you think it cares about, does the colonizing country care about the feelings of the country it's colonizing and violating and extracting the resources from? No, it thinks of that as very, very low value, right? It thinks of the experience of the country it's overtaking of being a very low value. It's kind of like a predator and prey. So is your mind predating on your body, or is your mind defending your body? And that is a very easy thing that you can ask yourself in any given moment if you want to start trusting yourself. Okay, thanks for listening. Talk to you next time. Bye.